Welcome to Discover Ramona, where we explore the people, places, and businesses that make it the best place to live. I'm your host, Valley, here with my co-host, Jan Ryan. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Valley.
So, Jan, there are a lot of people moving out of California. What do they need to know if they're kind of leaving the state?
Well, if you are planning to move out of the area, I think it's super important to do it right, to stay in a strength position so you save a ton of stress and money. So it's so important to get to know the area, check it out, but don't fall in love with the house. Just get to know it, get your house on the market. Don't make an offer on another home until yours is in escrow, hopefully even with a backup.
I like that.
If you make an offer on a house and yours is contingent, it's not in escrow, you're going to end up paying a lot more for that house.
Yeah.
And then once you've made that offer, you're in love, you're going to be under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure to take less on your house, and you're going to be in a very weakened position. So that's my advice.
Interesting. And you should work with a good agent like Jan who knows how to navigate through it all.
Thank
Jan,
you.
who did you bring for us today?
Well, Valley, have you ever wondered what it felt like to swim with the sharks?
I have.
Always have. So I'm so excited to have Nancy Pritchett with TripleLite.
All right, bring her in. Hi, Nancy. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
I can't wait to talk about your product and your story. Jan told us about TripleLite and kind of a little bit of background, but I want to hear from you. I guess, that you have a ton of different products.
We do.
And you guys are originally Ramona-based.
We are still Ramona-based.
Okay, so tell us, this is really cool because
Yeah.
a lot of times you don't know the person behind this type of product. So I want to know, kind of where you guys started and how you got here today, if you can.
Okay. Well, it all started with my husband, Ronnie, who came up with this idea. So this 180-degree idea happened because he was walking down the stairs in our backyard at night, and he was actually using a standard flashlight. And as he was going down holding it, he saw something to the left. So he moved it to see it, and when he went back down the stairs, he almost fell. And he's like, there has to be a better idea. So he left, he went home, he started drawing it up, and he came up with this 180-degree idea. And he then went to an attorney and got the patent, and that's how it all originally started.
Oh,
And then, so once, it was kind of the thing where he wanted to solve a problem, but had it been done before? So they had to search it. The patent attorney had to search, and he's like, it's never been done before.
Wow.
We're like, wow, such a simple idea, but it had never been done. So he got the first patent, and we now have 5 utility patents and also a design patent. So we've just increased all of the patents. But once he came up with it, we have another company, which is Ashton Golf. He also invented golf putter.
Oh, geez.
And so he does that end. So it's kind of like, great idea. Once we got the patent, because I didn't think we'd get it, and once we got it, it was like, oh, wow, great, this is great. Now who's going to run the company? It's kind of like, you can't because you're making money doing the golf, It's like, but I think I can do it. And so I named it TripleLite. I had like a focus group around Ramona and around Poway to get ideas, and I came up with TripleLite.
Okay.
And then it just progressed from there.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but
Lots to take on.
yeah,
It's
but
a lot to take on.
how long has this been in the works?
So he invented it technically in 2012.
Okay.
And then it took 2 years to get the patents, or to get the first patent. So 2012 was when it originated. And the first thing that ever happened is TripleLite was on HSN, which is Home Shopping Network. And then it kind of grew from there. Then QVC wanted it. And then it just kind of grew from there.
So basically, what the first product was a flashlight, a handheld flashlight that went, how many? 180?
So this is the flagship. This
Okay.
is the original.
Okay.
And this size is what we started. And it just kind of grew from there.
Okay.
Once, the thing is, though, our patents are 90 degrees and higher field of illumination. So handheld, mobile, or fixed. So we can do anything with this lighting. And that's what really has started it all. And so this was the first. So now we have the headlamp. This is battery. We have the rechargeable. and we're going to start working on lighting, like, the lights that are used here. So stadium lighting,
Wow.
that's 180 or higher degrees.
Keeps
Which
growing.
is, yeah, it keeps going, so there's just a lot of, it never stops. There's a lot of things we can do other than a flashlight or
It does.
headlamp.
It does seem so simple,
It does.
but it's. I guess
Yeah.
it's one of those things that we've just had something for so long, like the basic
I
now
know.
the flashlight. Nobody really. It never crosses your mind about, except your husband has this brain of an
An inventor
inventor.
mind. He
Yeah,
does.
I love that.
He's one of those.
And I've heard, is it hard with a patent? Can you protect a patent like from foreign?
You can protect it, and we have protected it.
Right.
So we have already stopped with the flashlight. 2 large companies we've stopped. You got to have a
Wow.
really good patent attorney firm, which we do.
gonna say
We
that.
have one of the better in the U.S. And so we were able to stop them.
Great.
It was tough, but we got them out because we have such good solid patents. So yeah, but it's a constant. You're
Yeah.
constantly finding people who infringe the patents, who want to
Knockoffs.
imitate. Once you become successful, even a little bit successful, people come after you
Wow.
and they try to copy it. And so you constantly have to monitor it. It's a lot.
So you get a good attorney that really knows the business.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And we do.
Yeah.
And we do. So we're having a little bit of trouble with this one because it's newer. And so they're copying it in a different way. Companies have picked up on it. And now there's so many, so we're having to go after one at a time. And we're actually going to license the headlamp, not the flashlight, but we are starting to license. We're going to have them either stop doing it or they can license it. And that's how we're pursuing that.
And I'm
Interesting.
thinking there's no other flashlight. Why have any other flashlight? I
Right.
bought one when I saw this.
I know, I'm
I
looking
gave
at
it
it.
to all
I
my
could use
kids
all
for
three.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So nice.
my
Yeah, yeah,
kids.
yeah.
And we need more.
So you were on HSN, QVC wanted you, and then you guys also had had a episode on Shark Tank.
Yes. So what happened was we were in Ace Hardware too, also before we went on Shark Tank. But what happened was I just decided one day Shark Tank was in Las Vegas doing auditions, and it was actually like on a Wednesday, I think. And I just thought about it. I was actually hiking down the mountain, and I thought I saw that they were there, so I asked Ronnie when I got down. It was like, "Do you want to go? Do you want to go audition for Shark Tank?" And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." So I wrote the script, and 2 days later, we drove like the next day and got to Las Vegas. We practiced that night, and the next morning we auditioned with like 600 other entrepreneurs.
Jeez.
It
Wow.
was so intimidating, but it was fun, but it was pretty scary. And we did, and they called us a week later, and you're moving forward to the next level.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
I'm so
So, and
impressed
then-
because you did it that quick and you wrote the whole script because it was amazing. I saw you guys. I go,
thank you.
they must have practiced forever for that. And how do you do it? You guys look great.
Thank you.
You did a beautiful job.
Thank you. Well, originally with the audition, I had 3 days to do a video. We had 3 days to do a video, and that was tough. 3 days. We had to shoot the video and send it to Burbank. That was really scary. And so it took about a year. Once we move forward, it's a long process to get
Yeah.
to the final filming up
Okay.
in LA.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You work with producers, and it's a journey. It's a fun journey.
Do they cut a lot or did you have to do it
they
all at
cut a
once?
lot.
Okay. So,
what it is they filmed for almost an hour, and then they cut it down to 11 minutes and 43
Oh, wow.
seconds or something.
Yeah.
They choose what they want to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we didn't film till 7 o'clock that night.
man,
We were exhausted by the
Yeah, I
time we
bet.
were the last ones to
Well,
film that day.
It's a great marketing idea. Like even if a deal wasn't made or a deal was made, regardless, just the exposure of being on the show is
So
a great
true.
marketing idea. So it's worth just to pitch and hope that you get on the show, whether it works out or not, because there's going to be customers that didn't even know about your product watching that show that sees it and buys from you whether it's at their hardware store or online or wherever it be.
Yeah.
So true.
It's
Yeah.
smart. It's a smart move. Even if
Thank
it's
you.
like, if it doesn't work out, it's still a win.
Well, I honestly, like from the beginning, my goal was to get on Shark Tank when I first started it.
Oh, cool.
It just always was. It was my dream. You know, you have a dream.
Yeah.
That
for
was my
you.
dream to get
I
on
love
Shark
that.
Tank, and we got on.
That's
So,
really
yeah.
cool.
And we got all 5 sharks who wanted us. We didn't anticipate that.
Yeah.
You know, my thoughts were, are we going to get 1? Are we going to get 2? And we got all 5, and
That's
so
great.
that made it more exciting. Yeah. So my dream was fulfilled.
Was it stressful picking the right deal? Because you had 2 good ones on the table.
Well, what happened is they edited so much of it. Part of it was I didn't know what to do, you know, like who to choose.
Right.
Because truthfully, what happened was once I started talking about the patents, they're all like, I want it, I
They
want it,
lit
I
up.
want it, I want it. And they kept asking questions like, Nancy, you know, it's just constant. And it was just like, what? You know, like, and so I would answer this one, answer that one. And then finally I had to make a decision. And I looked at Ronnie, he's like, you know, what do you want to do? And we couldn't decide. So we were told, do you want to go out in the hallway and talk about it? We did. They didn't show that on TV. And Ronnie is the one who said, I think, because I wanted to do Daniel.
You
who was
did?
this, yes. And it's like, but I'm thinking Daniel. He's like, well, I think we should do Mark and Lori. And like, okay, you know, it's hard to make a decision. So we went back in, and that's who we chose.
Was everyone pretty friendly on the?
Very friendly. Yes. Well, Mr. Wonderful was a little in the beginning, a little stern, a little bit, but nice. But
Yeah.
in the beginning, it was a little strained.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're all very friendly.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was
Always
very
wondered.
exciting.
Do you
What
feel
it's
like
like,
it's helped
yeah.
your brand grow?
It has helped it. It really took us to the next level. What happened was I was running the company by myself, and then I brought one person on to help, it kind of like an assistant. Then we go on the show, go to the next level, and then we're able to get into other stores. You know, like Do It Best picked us up, True Value picked us up, Dunham's, Academy Sports. We're now working with Tractor Supply, and so it just grew so quickly. I had to bring people on. And so now I have 4 employees. One had to leave, she got married. So I'll have 5 soon. So it's not just me. You know, now it's a full-fledged brand, I guess. And so it's gone much higher. The level is higher.
Something
Some
tells
will work
me
too.
about you guys that this isn't the last product you're building or creating. I feel like you and your husband will find a way to keep creating, whether it's off of this brand and you create more product or something completely new.
Oh no, it's going to be off this brand.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything.
Okay.
new. Yeah, no, that's what people don't understand. Like if you have an idea, go for it.
Yeah.
But I would suggest getting a patent first, and then pursue it. But the hard work is after you get the patent. That's when the work comes in, and it's a lot. There's a lot of challenges. It's exciting. It's great to have your own thing, but it's a lot of work. You know, to get it from nothing to where we are now. It's it's not a 40-hour-a-week job.
Yeah.
It's 80 hours to 120
Yeah.
a week, and it's consistent. It's like you're pushing this boulder up a hill, and every time you think it's at the top, right? And then it rolls down,
back.
and you got to start over. And it's like every day, you always have challenges to face.
Yeah.
So no, there will be no other new stuff. Ronnie's an inventor,
Yeah,
and
you
he
have to-
will think of things. It's like, oh yeah, no,
You're like, great
no,
idea,
no, no,
Ronnie.
no, no, no more. This is it. So it's TripleLite only.
All right.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I have one big question,
Sure.
which seems to me you get a concept, but to get from that to production, that's got to be the.
Oh yeah.
But maybe your husband did that with golf, so you had that.
Well, yes, that is true. So he did have an understanding of how to get it started. And we actually got a factory. We didn't know, but they were producing a defective flashlight. And so that's one of the challenges we had. And once we realized it, we had to literally start all over again. You have to get molds. You have to find the right factory. And then you've got to build the molds and go through all of that. But unfortunately, there was a defect in the flashlight.
That would
And
be.
so it was tough. It was a huge challenge. Yeah. So we had to start all over. It was just one of the
One of the
challenges.
boulders.
It's the boulder. It's
Yeah,
the boulder.
the boulder theory. I like
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I loved meeting you. I love this product. I'm going to get out there and buy probably all of them
Buy a
because
bunch
there's
of them.
personal use for every one of them.
Thank you.
I'm
It's in Ramona.
That's right, and
Ransom Brothers
I'm
Ace.
I'm
Yeah.
There we
super
go.
impressed with your story and
Thank you.
background, and your work ethic is incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's impressive. And so thank you,
appreciate
Jan,
that.
for bringing her to the show, and it's
So
lovely
great
meeting
to
you.
have you here.
Yeah.
You
Thank
too.
you so much.
Thank you guys for inviting me.
Of course. Thank you all so much for watching Discover Ramona. We will see you next time.